everybody and welcome to TNH Learning. Right, for today's lesson, we will be doing time part 2. Remember what we did when we did the AM and the PM? We identified what was the morning and what was the afternoon. Now, what I want to show you today is the digital time. Digital time display is used to interpret. It shows both the hours and the minutes. So, the clock we did was the analog clock, right? Where we only have our hours. Now, I've wrote down the minutes, which is on the outside of the clock. The minutes we do in the 5 pattern or in the multiples of 5. So, the digital time is only for us to show what is our hours and what is our minutes. To identify our minutes and our hours by using past and to. How do we find out what is past and to? From the 12 to the 6, all the numbers on the side, all our minutes on the side is past. All our minutes on this side means to. So this means to the hour, that means past the hour. Now I'm going to give an example quickly. If I say my long hand is on, my short hand is on the 4 and my long hand is on the 1. Remember, it's very important for us to understand and to know what is our long hand and what is our short hand. Right. So I'm going to write the time in AM and I'm going to write it in PM to see the difference in the morning and in the afternoon. So I'm going to look at my shorthand. My shorthand is on the 4. So I'm going to write for AM 04 and for PM I am going to write 16. Okay. So now I'm going to find out what is my minutes. Remember, the digital clock is used to interpret. It shows us the minutes and the hours. So now I'm going to find out what's my minutes. So the long hand is on my 1. If I look outside of my clock, I've wrote down 5. So that means 5 minutes. So the minutes, I'm going to write it down. That means 05 and that means 05. Okay. So remember I said this is past and this is to. So I'm just going to draw a line here to show you what is the hour. So if I look at the hour, 4 o'clock, that means my minutes line is already past 4 o'clock. That is also another way how you can identify what is past and to. So it's past. So if you read the time by AM and by PM, this says 5 past 4. 5 past 4. Okay. Let me give you one where we write 2. So I'm going to use the same hour and I'm just going to use a different minute. So the hour is going to stand for, we're going to write down the hour and the hour for PM. So now we're going to read the time from the minute side on the 2 side. So if we look at the 8 and we look at the outside, it says 40. Okay, so I'm going to write 40 and I'm going to write 40. So if you look at the time here, 40 and 4. And there's my hour. Is it already 4 o'clock or is it already past 4 o'clock? Let's see. Here's my hour and there's my shorthand. So this tells us it's not 4 o'clock yet. It is 4 o'clock. We need to walk still to 4 o'clock. So we can't read and say it is past 4. We're on this side, so we say 2. And another important note to remember, learners, is when we read the time from the 2 side, we don't say it is 40 minutes past the hour. We need to take our finger, put it there on the 8, and we're going to count in 5s using our 5 pattern to see how many minutes to the hour it is. So we're going to count, 5, 10, 15, 20. So it is 20 minutes to 4 o'clock. But my hour don't make sense. But when it comes to the 2, you need to take 1 down. So we're going to erase the 4 and we're going to write a 3. We're going to erase the 16 and we're going to write 15. Okay? When it's on the 2 side, remember now, we need to take 1 hour down. So now it makes sense because it's not 4 o'clock here. So it is 20 minutes to 4. 20 minutes to 4. Now, I'm saying 20 minutes to 4, but you don't write 20 by your minutes. You write 40 by your minutes. We only count how many minutes to the hour. Right. Another step I want to show you, it is our quarter past, our quarter to, and a half past. So let me just erase this quickly here. So now I'm going to show you how the half past, the quarter to, and the quarter past work. So I'm going to leave my clock as is where we have our past and our to. Now usually when for me to find out what is my half past and how many minutes is in half past, I draw a line right through my circle, my analog clock. So half past, well, tells me it's on the 6. So half past is equal to how many minutes? 30 minutes. It's equal to 30 minutes. Right. So I can identify what is half past. So let me just give an example quickly. If I have an hour on the 4 and the long end on the 6. Remember my blue line is for my hour. Right? So that means 4 o'clock where my blue end is. But the long end is on my 6 and the short end is on my 4. So if I read the time here in AM and in PM and I want to write it down in AM and in PM, first I'm going to say the long end is on the 6 and the short end is on the 4. So this means it is half past 4. Now, also very important will be your shorthand. Half past 4. So he needs to come here because it's walking to 5 o'clock, right? It's going to be to 5 o'clock, but we are now on half past. So it is half past 4. So my shorthand is between my 4 and my 5. So when we need to write it down in AM and in PM, we will do the following. We will write down our hour, which is 04 for AM, and minutes, it's on the 6th, the minutes will be 30. For PM, we will write the 4 is 16 and the minutes is 30. So in AM, it is 04:30, half past 4. In PM, it's 16:30, half past 4. So on when your long hand comes to the 6, it is 30 minutes and it is half past. You don't have to say it is 30 minutes past 2, 30 minutes past 3. You can say it is half past that specific hour. Now, I want to show you the quarter past and the quarter to. So what I usually also do, I draw a line through. Now remember in fractions, when you do fractions, when you have a whole and you divide it into 4 pieces, you have 1 quarter. So this is 1 quarter, that's a quarter, this is a quarter, and that's a quarter. There is where we can see what is quarter past and quarter to. Now it's easy for us now to say which side is quarter past and which side is quarter to, because we already identified what was past and what was to. So where the 3 and the 15 is, this is quarter past, and this where the 9 and the 45 is quarter to. Okay, so the only thing what is going to be written down by your minute side in the digital clock is you are going to look where the 3 is. So if the 3 is 15 on the past side, you say it is quarter past. If it is on the 9, we will say not 45. We won't say it's 45. We will write 45. But we will count 5, 10, 15. 15 minutes to the hour. Right. So quarter past and quarter to is equal to 15 minutes. Right. To recap everything what I did now is, remember, digital time is a display that is usually interpreted. It shows us both the hours and the minutes. The analog clock shows us only the hours. It don't gives us the minutes. So we learn from our digital clock. We have our AM and our PM where we can learn about what is morning and what is afternoon. We have half past, we have our quarter past, and we have our quarter to. Now quarter past and quarter to is equal to 15 minutes and half past is equal to 30 minutes. So when the clock strikes to 30 minutes, we can say half past. When it is on the quarter to or the quarter past, when it's around 3 or on the 9, we can say quarter past or quarter to. I would like to thank you very much for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed everything, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.